Welcome back to the Beard Bros podcast. We're going to do a little shout out to our sponsor today, Mad Manny. Lord have mercy. 13 songs. I believe 3 of them are skits and 10 of them are songs. Go look at it on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere else you can stream your music, man. Thank you again, Manny. And today we got my beautiful girlfriend, Anhelica Gonzalez.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Today's January 1st, 2020.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I'm still blind.
What's
Still
that?
blind.
What is that?
I don't have 20/20 vision. You see all those memes when they're
Yeah,
like...
I actually was going to come up with a tweet last night. I was going to say, this new year is going to be clearer than my 2020 vision.
You should have.
You should have.
That was going to be...
I can't relate because I take these off. I can't see.
I got good vision.
I got 2020.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, hey, there you go. You got common ground right there. You are both blind. How blind are you? Are you as blind as him or blinder?
So, I'm nearsighted. So, up close, I could see fine. Take my glasses off and you want me to drive? I'm like, tell me when the street is coming up because I can't see.
Oh, and what about you?
I'm just blind altogether.
Like, you can't see far or close?
Like, if I had this and I took my glasses off, I could not read, but Lord have mercy.
And then how, far? You can't
I
see
can't
far
see shit.
either?
Like, if I took my glasses off, I couldn't recognize what kind of bottle those were on the bench.
You know, that's something that's never come up is,
How blind I am?
blind you are.
Have you ever went to B-Dubs and seen those dumb TVs that look all distorted and shit at their place? I don't know if you have been there in a while, but
No.
their TVs look like it's all fucking blurred. That's how my vision is. It's like...
Constantly? Unless you have your
unless
glasses.
unless I have my glasses on, bro.
And you?
If I have my glasses on, I'm fine.
So you just gotta use them for distance.
Well, kind of for everything, like typing too.
Oh, okay.
I won't be able to see. It has to be in my face if you want me to read it.
Oh.
If not,
Straight up, me too.
I remember, and Mom could tell you this story, when I was younger, probably, I want to say it was my 4th grade year. I don't know, I was just being a brat, young, didn't really care. I think I was mad about something, so Mom took me, I had an eye doctor's appointment that day. And I decided, I was like, I'm so mad, I'm just going to guess. So I went into the physician, the doctor, and I just guessed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, he's blind. We need to get him glasses and all this stuff. So we picked out glasses and everything. We got glasses and I felt bad later. I told my mom, I was all crying. I was like, I'm sorry, but I lied. And she's like, lied about what? And I was like, I lied about my eyes. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm not blind. And she's like, what do you mean you're not blind? You got glasses. I was like, I can see without them. I'm not joking. So we went back and we went and I was fine.
I hate when they ask, which one looks better, 1 or 2? I'm like, they both don't look good at all.
But you gotta pick a better one.
Yeah, but they both are so blurry. I'm like,
No, I would just guess.
When I go to the eye doctor and they do that shit, it just looks like super I'm like, again, I gotta see the first one, second one.
But that's good. But because
I do it for 45 minutes.
But that's good that if you're at least trying, because the thing is if you get wrong prescriptions, that can hurt you worse.
Yeah.
No, I fuck around until I feel like the doctor's
my I have some shades, and for some odd reason they mess with my eyes really bad. They're polarized, but I've had polarized, and for some reason when I wear them, I feel like my eyes are disoriented.
Is it a different kind of tint? Is it like a mirror tint on it or something?
I couldn't tell you, but all I know is when I wear them, I'm just like, nah. They're messing up with
when
my eyes.
I put green shade tints on them, on my eyes they hurt. But if I just put the regular black or brown, I'm good.
I don't know if they're colored or anything. I just know when those are the only shades I've ever had that they're I don't feel like I can. I have to move them to see better. This makes no sense.
That
They're not prescribed.
Imagine being blind, bro. You're waking up, you're I know I put my glasses right here, and you're like, oh fuck.
Don't you hate that in the morning? You're like, where are my glasses at?
You guys have never thought about LASIK?
I've never had surgery, and I know it's just laser. I don't know. It kind of scares me.
I don't know who was telling me, bro.
I don't know.
Somebody was telling me that somebody was getting their LASIKs done and that the thing wore off and like she was just awake while they were fucking.
Yeah, you're awake. You're not asleep.
But like she could see. Like I think they do it where you can't see, but that little medicine wore off, and she.
But you're
see.
supposed to tell them too.
She did. She's
An ex from a long time ago, she got it and she said it worked.
I've heard people like get it and then years later, like they have issues. But then again, I mean, they say they got it like 10 years ago. So I mean,
yeah, that's a long time ago.
Now medicine now is different than it was.
I don't know. It's more of like a characteristic trait on me now.
Glasses.
Yeah, it's like a hat and glasses are kind of my thing. So.
Same. I never wear my contacts.
I can't really.
So you have contacts?
Well, not at the moment because I need to refill my prescription.
Right.
But usually, yeah, I do have contacts. But I like wear them for a little bit and then just wear my glasses, wear them for a little bit. Because I serve, so I hate having glasses serving.
Why?
Food, like, it's just like, say you walk into the deep freeze and then you walk out, it's like foggy. Or when you walk by like the dish pit, if they're like spraying, like sometimes like the mist will hit you. It doesn't bother if it just like hits you, but if it hits your glasses, then you have to go clean them.
Okay, so it's kind of just out of the way kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you've never had contacts, have you?
I tried.
Like you tried them, but didn't like them, or
No,
what?
the doctor, like when I went to go get my first glasses, they're like, "You're blind, bro. You might need contacts." I was like, "All right." Shout out to Floyd Bell mom. She's like, "Oh, let's try them on." And I was like, "All right." So I got it. I just couldn't. It would like my eye was not fucking with the contacts, bro. It was just like watery and just kept coming out. It was, I don't know what the fuck.
I think it takes practice. Because that's how I was too the first time.
Nah, she put it in there for me and it did it again by itself. And I was like,
It was coming out?
It was just
like
staying
messing up and
yeah,
stuff?
it would just like fold or it wouldn't
It takes
stay.
practice. Because like the first couple times I did contacts, like it took me like 30 minutes to put one in one eye.
And she was getting hella frustrated, boy. She was just like, well, I don't know why your eyes are doing this. I was like, I don't know either. She's like, I don't know what they call it. It's
Astigmatism.
Yeah, that's what she kept saying. I was like, I don't know. Probably.
I'm not sure if it's 100%, but I seen something that astigmatism is when, like, say you're driving at nighttime and you have the car in front of you has brake lights or whatever, or even like the street lights, like the stoplight. Well, if you see like the actual circular light, like, or even the square light on the brake lights just fine, like it looks somewhat good, you don't have astigmatism.
But if you see,
like say you have the light and there's like a thin, like almost like string, I guess, of light that like goes like this, but it's in the middle, you have astigmatism.
I have astigmatism, so that's true. I hate driving at night.
I do too.
Really?
I hate it.
It's because I'm kind of like a attention freak, so I kind of like to look at shit when I'm like, if it catches my attention. So street lights, when it does that, I'm just like.
I thought you were gonna say attention whore. I was like, yes.
So I'm just like kind of like I'm kind of just like
That
this,
too.
bro. Like looking at the street light, like why the fuck is it like that? I think it's my glasses all the time.
Yeah.
No, that's what that is, and
It's
so
kind of dangerous. If you see me on the streets at night, watch out. Crazy.
it's so crazy because I can't relate to not being able to see. Like I don't know.
Can you hear good?
Yeah.
Okay. You got good.
I can hear, I can taste, I can smell.
I'm not a good taster.
I can see.
I think my taste buds are too high, bro. Like, I have too.
Like you can
They're just-
intensely taste things.
Yeah, it's kind of sometimes it's nasty. So I'm just like,
Earlier he took a bite out of my jalapeno and I thought he was gonna die.
Why?
bro, that shit was fucking hot. It like
Of
triggered.
all people, you were saying it's hot, and you're not saying it's hot.
No, it was hot, and he was like, "You're just being a baby." I'm like, "Well, try it then."
Was it raw or was it cooked?
I grilled it.
Oh, okay. Grilled's not bad. I don't know why, but I like eating a raw one with like a sandwich.
Nigga, that shit
That's
was.
that is.
It was
good.
like I don't know if it was just the habanero re-triggered in my mouth, bro, or something. That shit hurt. It was.
He was all trying to drink out of his glass, and I'm like, "There's nothing in there."
I was
Like, you're
hallucinating, bro.
Oh my god, you're tripping on a jalapeno?
Dude, the fucking Holly got my ass
How long have you had glasses?
since I was like. Technically, since I was probably like 10, but I never wore them.
Okay.
I have like a couple pictures of me being like cool ass glasses. They were like transitions. But like technically wearing them, I was like 16, 17.
It's a long time to need glasses and not wear glasses.
I'm guessing if you're blind, you're just blind. There's no going away from that pretty much, right?
Unless you get LASIK.
I mean,
Right.
I wonder if you could do like, because when I was before I got glasses, my doctor would have me do like hold a pencil. He'd like hold a pencil and like just concentrate on it and bring it further. And he's like, it's supposed to like strengthen your eyes.
Oh, okay.
It didn't work, or I didn't do it right. I don't know.
Okay, so like there might be exercises, but yet you got to kind of probably do them on a consistent
I
basis.
don't exercise anything, so I'm gonna stick with glasses.
I mean, I don't know. I if I were blind, like you said, glasses is like a fashion statement. They got like Von Miller.
I get the what are they called, monocles?
I don't know what that is.
It's a little like string. You put it.
Oh yeah, like James Worthy.
Just one, yeah.
Oh
No,
you're just talking about the one
the
glass
one-
that you kind of hold between your eye
Is
socket.
that what they call monocles?
I don't know.
I don't know. I know what you're talking
That'd be
about.
weird.
Kind
But
of like the
it's like a
Monopoly dude.
yeah. It's like
You
the
don't really have one on
emoji.
there,
There's
but
an
yeah.
emoji
Yeah, yeah.
where he has just
Kind of
like
like a
one-
sophisticated look.
right.
I do it too though. So there's
I don't know.
no string, no like attachment. It's just
No, but like the glasses is a fashion statement. Like Von Miller spends a lot of money on glasses, and but if I were to be blind, I'd either consider LASIK or I would constantly wear contacts.
Contacts are just like a hassle because like sometimes I work 11-hour days, so my eyes get super dry.
But
and
you
then-
should carry
I know.
Visine.
I know, but like
It's like carrying chapstick.
I guess you're right.
You carry it. It would just go in my fanny pack. I would just
bro,
be like,
she
"Look."
was just a second ago. She's like, "You got chapstick?" I was like, "No." I was putting her little coat in. She was like, "Look, there's some chapstick in my pocket." I'm like, "Oh my god!" She can't even wear chapstick. She can wear Visine.
I'm just saying, like that's one thing that I've
Yeah.
heard people is my eyes get irritated. Well, there's Visine for that. And then the only time you take them out is at nighttime. So right before you throw them in your little thing, and I feel like it's not out of the way kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
getting
kinda-
ready.
It's kind of, but if your eyes get dry during the day, you gotta.
Yeah, that's 5 seconds.
It's just inconvenient.
No.
Rather than you put glasses on, just like, fuck it, dude. And then you're good after that.
I mean, that's true. I don't know.
I guess I
But
see
don't
it's
you get tanned?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
think I
don't
would like to do that.
I work inside.
You
so.
never see it unless I take a shower, because I don't take showers.
I just say it, but
if I take them off, I'm pretty sure I have like a little white.
yeah, you do.
But you never see it because I have my glasses on all the time. You know what I mean?
That's true. I mean, you're right. You're 100% right.
So the tan thing, everybody says that, but it's like, how many times do you take your glasses off? To swim, to shower, and to sleep.
You hardly take your glasses off to sleep. I'm always like, yo, let me help you.
Yeah.
I don't understand
really,
that.
Sometimes I don't take them off.
Why?
I want to see
They're
it.
not uncomfortable?
That's what I would
No,
think.
not really. They're kind of. You kind of get used to it, bro. Have you ever had like those face masks? After you wear them for it, like this cover your like face right here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like when you
kinda
get sick?
like a ski mask, kind of. You know, how, like football players wear it to keep it when they're
Oh,
cold.
yeah.
Have you worn one of those? It's uncomfortable at first, but you wear them long enough, it's like.
I've never wore anything like that
Me
for
Or
a
even
long
like the
time.
little mask.
The
like
only thing I
costume
could
mask.
think about something that I didn't like wearing all the time was my mouthpiece.
Well, see.
Like
You
I
get
like
used to it,
sports?
right?
yeah, like I hated wearing a mouthpiece. Like I'm just like screw this. Like I don't care. I'm not like as long they say like if you get punched, keep your mouth closed. That's why Kobe Covington broke his jaw because his mouth was open. That's what they say. As long as you keep your mouth
Should've
closed.
just shut
That would
up.
suck. I love to eat, so to have a broken jaw would be horrible.
I mean, you just couldn't chew. You could eat.
Yeah, you could eat literally smoothies pretty much for like I think it's like 8 weeks or something like
Yeah.
that.
Horrible.
That's a long time.
I like smoothies.
Yeah, but 8 weeks.
I like
worth
smoothies,
of
but not
smoothie-
8 weeks worth.
Yeah, 8 weeks, 3 times a day, maybe more. That's a lot of smoothies.
It's not bad.
And then you talk about inconvenience. You're having to blend it all the time.
It's like cooking.
Not necessarily. When you're hungry, you go to McDonald's. You don't have to
They
cook.
have smoothies.
I guess.
Hey.
I guess. But now you're spending a lot more money on a one smoothie. Smoothies aren't cheap.
Mm-mm.
They're like
No,
$5.
neither is reconstructing your jaw, but if you break it, you break it, bro. It's kind of how it works. It's
I'm
kinda-
glad I've never. Have you ever? You said you haven't had surgery.
No,
You
but
know-
I broke a bone.
What'd you break?
I broke my wrist.
How'd you do that?
So, me and my brother, we were like in I was in the 4th grade, I think, and we were playing hide and go seek. But we had this brick. This was like back when I lived in Albuquerque. We had this brick wall, and it like slowly got taller. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go hide on the roof. I don't know why I thought I'd go hide on the roof, but as I'm stepping up, like the brick was loose, and so I just fell.
Ooh, and you tried to...
And I like landed. I don't even remember. I just remember it hurt like heck.
Oh, man.
I never had no injuries.
Yeah, right. This fool broke his arm twice.
Broke this arm twice, broke this one once, my foot once.
Accident waiting to happen.
Like the top of my foot was broken. I don't know if I ever broke any fingers. I don't think I have. Well, this one. It didn't hurt that bad, though.
I have that finger broken, and
it's crazy.
like, look, it's like popped back into place.
This one, yeah.
I don't know why.
I think it was just right here that I broke. I never went to go get like any confirmation on it, but
I feel like
It
a
felt
broken
right.
finger is really not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Now, if you had a broken foot, then that'd be different.
It was not broken. Well, it was broken. I thought it was a sprained ankle, so I just kept walking on it and then went, and now there's a bone that pops up like that on my toe.
On your foot?
Like right here. I would show you, but I don't like to show my feet.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's like that. It
Heck
kind
no.
of healed on its own. I don't think it was that bad, but it fucking hurt. It's because one day we were skipping, bro, and I didn't see there was a dip. So when I was running, I just caught it. I thought it was just some sprained ankle. It was the top of my foot. It fucking hurt. Like
I'm such a baby. I step in like a sticker on my foot, and I'm like, take it
I'm
off.
not gonna lie, that hurts.
That's a
I
different kind
can't
of thing.
say that doesn't hurt.
It's like a paper cut. That shit hurts.
Yeah, it's like unexpected. It penetrated just a hair, but it's enough. It's like it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's true.
That is true. So 2020,
Bless
you got any like goals? Are you a New Year's resolution type of person? Superstitious? Does it not matter?
You know, I'm about goals, but like not really just the beginning of the year. Like I
Okay.
do goals throughout the whole year.
Okay, can you
So-
share a goal?
So this last year my goal was to get straight A's in all my classes.
Okay.
Did that, which was cool. But then this year I'm thinking of adding more classes,
Okay.
just so I could finish quicker.
Okay.
I'm like, and then too, you know, credit is something that I want to like increase this year.
Like your credit score?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Me and my ex just got rid of our house. So now it's like just getting things established. So in a couple years, I could buy a house for me and my son.
Nice.
Because renting is cool and all, but you're just throwing money, you know? Like,
I 100% agree.
I hate that.
That's one thing that whenever I first got my job, I was like, it's cool to have just a place,
Mm-hmm.
but then I've done the renting for like however many years, that buying a house was just more ideal.
And then you can like make it your own, make changes. You don't have to ask someone like, hey, can I get a dog? Or, you know, like.
That, and then it's also an investment. So
Mhm.
like whatever you do or you do add, it's like improving your home, which ups the value.
Yeah.
So in case whatever happens, like you can just
Sell it.
sell
or get rid
it,
of
rent
Yeah.
it, whatever. That's cool. So credit, score, anything else?
Just school and credit. I paid my car off this year, so I'm gonna quit my second job and just I think really focus on school. So.
Oh, nice.
Breaking news until Red Lobster.
No, they already know. They
Oh,
asked me.
okay.
They already know.
So you got two jobs. You work at Red Lobster
And then Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo. Okay, nice.
Yep.
I know some people from that work at Red Lobster.
We had a member of the Red Lobster crew on here.
What, is it James?
Oh yeah, I forgot
James
about
Scott. And then Eric Lopez is one of my good friends from a long time too.
that. Yeah.
I'm sure I know more people there.
You're probably friends with his brother then too, Danny.
Oh, Danny Lopez, yeah, that fool. He's like a year older than us, I think, or maybe 2. But yeah, we played football together, and he was cool.
That's cool.
Who else used to work there?
I don't know anybody that works there.
I feel like a lot of people have worked there before.
Yeah.
But
We see a lot of people come and go, so.
oh, okay.
I'll work there because I don't really work so much anymore. Now that I did start school, I've like stepped back a little. So like I'll go and then I'll be like, "Who's this new person?" And they're like, "Oh, they've been here for like 3 weeks," and I'm like, "I've never seen them here." Or people will come and go, and I'm like, "Hey, who's this girl on the schedule?" They're like, "Oh, she already quit," and I'm like, "Dang."
That
went
kind of
through
is the
training.
fast food though, because
Yeah.
whenever I was younger, I tried working at Farley's, and I lasted like 2 weeks and I was out.
Out.
Yeah, I was just like, this is not my thing.
It's tough.
It is a very tough industry to work in.
It is really tough, but I've worked around people like my whole life.
Right.
Wells Fargo, I've been there 7 years, and it's all about kissing people's butt. You know, people get mad. It is like people get mad, and
When
they're
you say
angry.
kissing butt, I don't want to get you in trouble or anything, but are you talking about actual employees or are you talking about customers? Or both?
So I wouldn't say employees much. Every branch I've worked in, employees are really great. We seem to really all get along. We're like family, you know.
Okay.
It's more like customers, because people come in, when it comes to money, people stress, they panic, like it's very personal. So you have people who are mad about the fact that a company pulled out of their account's overdrafted all this money, and they take it out on you. You've never even met this person before, but they're cussing you out, you know? And it's all about like de-escalating it. So working at a food restaurant, like, or a restaurant that you have to deal with food and people, like, it's the same thing, except for one's money and one's their food. So it's just about, you know, you see that they're not happy, figuring out why, and to change it. How can I change that? How can I make their experience better? Because people are always going to get mad about little things, you know, and you can't really let that affect your day at all. Like, I used to get so upset when customers would come in and be mad about something. And now I've just learned, like, their bad day can't be my bad day. So just be nice to them. Hopefully your kindness turns their bad day around.
It's very true.
Because you never know what they're going through outside of their interaction you're having with them.
I 100% agree. I have a little bit of experience in that because when I lived in Cruces going to school, I used to work for AT&T's customer service.
Ugh.
So we used to have to take calls like all day long for people needing some kind of assistance, whether it was like some setting or something on their phone or mainly your bill. And typically you get customers that were, what is this charge? Or like, typically the biggest one that I notice is when people go out of the country and they go roam and they get, when you're roaming, those bills are, whoo, you're using other towers.
Yeah.
And that's like, man, your bill can go from like, let's say your bill is $300, it can go over $1,000 real fast. Because you're texting, you're probably calling, you're getting billed for minutes now. Like, it's a different plan.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of, bro? Mommy Matt has ladies in Costa Rica. She didn't think she was going to be able to talk to Matt because she didn't know if they were going to have Wi-Fi. That's probably the reason she didn't want to go wrong.
Yeah, dude, because I'm telling you, people, like, I remember the highest bill that I had ever seen was close to $3,000 because they were in Europe for like a month.
Them motherfuckers had their whole family in Europe.
No, I guess the daughter went for abroad, which is like school or whatever. And like they didn't think nothing of it. Like all they did was get a SIM card from over there and stuff. But that doesn't take away from your billing. But yeah, customers would call, they'd be all crazy, and then we had a credit, so like I think it was like $150. So most of the time when it wasn't as crazy as those bills, I would just like be like, oh, your bill's over this much, and they'll be like, why? And I'll tell them, and they'll be like, well, how can we fix this? And I would try to de-escalate it, but I'd only waste like so much time. And eventually I'd just be like, you know what? You've been patient with me. Like usually when they're good, I'll be like, would you like me just to credit your account? I'll credit you $60. You've been a loyal customer for. I used to do it a lot. They used to get mad at me. And then like they would listen on your calls and I would just be like, tell me my customers aren't pleased. They always leave me good reviews, everything. It's just I'm giving away free money. Sorry, like I got the ticket, but I get it. And I would never, like, mainly girls would get emotional. They're like, they yelled at me and they called me this. I'm like, yeah, but they don't know you, and you're allowing them to.
Some stranger.
Yeah, some stranger that's from Illinois that frankly doesn't know who you are.
I should get a job doing that. I'm like, I'll just be on it. I'm like, yo, stop using your damn minutes, bro. You're stupid.
You can't really say that though, because then your boss is gonna be like fired.
I just want to work there for a couple days.
It wasn't bad. Like, it was cool. And you're constantly busy.
Yeah.
So you're always taking calls. Boom, boom, boom.
Do you like phone calls?
I don't mind phone calls. Honestly, I would prefer getting a phone call than a text or a message of some sort.
I'm the opposite. I get so many phone calls during the day, I don't need another phone call.
Sorry. I'll call you.
My reasoning behind it, though, is I feel like you could talk to me and we get whatever it is across a lot quicker than if you're like, hey, and then I'm like, hey, and then they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what are you doing? And it's just a prolonged conversation that is really going nowhere. I'd rather just be like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm over here. Oh, cool. What are you doing later? Oh, this? All right. Well, hit me up whenever you're free. Cool. Bye. Which probably takes like 2 minutes compared to like 20 minutes of texting.
Heck no. I love to be on the phone, so I'm like, you don't want to talk? Cool. I'll talk for you. I'll do the talking. I don't care.
Bring up the call on 45 minutes, an hour.
I could do it, bro.
Minutes.
I don't. I guess because I grew up in the era where phone calls were the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had to make phone calls. You couldn't text. You couldn't.
I think I'd be good with phone calls if I didn't get them all day at work. If I didn't have to answer phone calls all fucking day, I think I'd be. And especially hearing my name over the intercom. Ben, line 1, and then I'm on the phone and you hear it. Ben, line 2. I'm like, damn, nigga, I'm on the phone already. I can't answer 2.
So you guys don't have like a person?
No. I'm the person.
They have
well, then
Literally, if they don't know the answer, they
but you can't
transfer to me. Or
see, I've always been like, you have to kind of share the pie. Like, you get this, and you get this, and you're doing this, because then things run. Like, if they're like, you do this, and this, and this, and if they need help, you need to help them too.
That's me and Felipe.
It's like, that's not going to work. Like, you
Yeah.
can't. Like, you should, like, at your job, being, like, you should have your bank teller, and then you should have your window bank teller. You can't have the window doing the bank thing, too, like, walking back and forth.
Drive-through and...
Yeah, like, you have your drive-through window service, and then you have your walk-ins.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like when I have somebody, I've had this happen where I walk in, and this person's, like, give me 1 second, and they go take care of the window, and then they come back, and I'm like... Where's the other people? You're not going to sit here and tell me there's one person doing 2 jobs.
Thank you. That's me. Hey, Ben, run the register. Ben, there's a guy in the window aisle. Need your help. Hey, Ben, there's a guy in the door aisle. I'm like, motherfuckers, y'all know this shit too. Like,
yeah, that to me, that's poor management.
And then you'll hear...
good managers delegate. They're not like just putting it all on one person, you know. Like you said, they separate the job.
And even then, I like to see a manager lead by example, meaning like they're not afraid to get involved as well. Like, it's not always necessarily get dirty, but it's like, be involved. Like, if you see somebody's busy, rather than directing, get your ass in there too.
You know, that's something I love about our managers at Red Lobster. Like, they'll see we're slammed and we're busy, and I've seen every single one of them go back there and start washing dishes. Like,
that's what's up.
I love that because
That's
it just
respect.
shows, you know, that they see us all as a team and they're not above us. Like, you know.
And that's good management. That's just kind of, when you want something to work, you do anything to make that happen. You got to be a team rather than like a dictatorship. Like, it's just not going to work that way. And I've seen it from experience that sometimes the boss just doesn't do anything and expects things to be done fluently, and they're getting upset because things aren't getting done properly. But it's like, well, no offense, you're a free body. Like, if you just if you stepped in, all this mess could kind of be a little bit more smooth out. We might still be busy, but at least someone's just not sitting on their butt.
Yeah, at the bank, we call that all hands on deck. Like, we have a signal, and that means, like, hey, we're busy. So if you don't have a customer, you need to either be in the lobby, talking to customers waiting for tellers, making sure, like, they're not waiting 30 minutes, or not really, but waiting 15 minutes to see a teller, when the whole time they needed to see a banker. You know, like you said, it just makes it flow so much better when everyone's involved.
I can't relate with that. My work says it's literally me, Felipe, and the cashier most of the time. And the cashier most of the time needs
I don't know. You text me a lot, so you must not be working that much. I'm just kidding.
I text while I'm helping a customer, and they're like, "Hey, where's this one?" Right there to the left.
That's horrible.
On the bottom to the right, man. Second section. And they're like, "Damn, how'd you know where was that exactly?" I'm like, "You're not the only person that comes in this fucking store to ask the same question, bro. Sorry."
No, I get it.
It's funny, bro. People are like, "Hey, I can't find it, man." I'm like, "Oh, here." I'll go back to texting. I'm like, here you go. He's like, "Oh, that's exactly what I needed." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, man."
When you've been doing it for so long, I mean, it's kind of the way it
It's
works.
fucking easy, bro. But it's like sometimes you just get overwhelmed when you have doors, windows, and then you have a phone call, and then you have to get on the register. It's like, which one do I do first? It's kind of hard.
Yeah, you just gotta prioritize. What's gonna be what's the hardest and the longest process, and then what's something you can knock out and get it out of the way, and you're not gonna have to worry about it all day.
It just depends, low key. Phone calls could be 2 minutes, or they could be 2 hours.
Yeah, that's insane.
That just depends.
That is true.
Because some customers do like a quote, and then they'll do another quote, and then they'll have another one. It just depends. It's fucking could take up to like an hour, hour and a half.
That is true. Like at my work too, you could get a customer who's like, "Oh, I just need a debit card." And you're like, "Cool, 5 seconds." And then that debit card leads into another conversation, which leads into this, leads into this. Before you know it, you did a savings, a loan, all kinds of different things, and all they came in for was a debit card. It's like, I just spent 2 hours with you.
That's just
Dang.
sucks, bro.
Yeah, that's a long. I mean, I guess what's the busiest time of the year?
So,
Probably tax season.
oh, for them, yeah.
Tax season, right before like Christmas time.
Okay.
You know, everyone's trying to get money. They're giving cash as gifts or spending money, but they can't spend that much on their debit card because they have limits.
I never really understood the limit thing. Like, what's the limit at Wells Fargo that you could withdraw from an ATM?
Standard, it's a 300. You could,
But you can up it, right?
We do have to review. You know, if like you're overdrafting all the time, or if you're not managing your account well, we're not gonna up it.
Right.
But you know, if you've been a customer of ours for a long time, you manage your funds well, yeah, we'll up it. There's certain guidelines for like how much we can. We
Okay.
can't just be like, oh, you want to withdraw 10,000 at the ATM? No. But
Well, that makes sense because then your ATM is gonna be fucking empty.
Oh, so the ATM actually, like, I feel like the ATMs are all at the bank, though.
You never see those fools go in there with the fucking vans and fill them up?
yeah, some banks do take care of their own ATMs, and some, like you said, you know, there's companies that take care of the ATMs for us. They
Oh,
service
okay.
them.
Because it's not like I could just go down the street and find an ATM that's Wells Fargo. I'd have to go with, like, basically a foreign ATM, which is going to charge me a fee to withdraw money.
For every like certain amount of dollars you get charged.
It charges, unless you're, like if you're pulling out an ATM, it's just a standard fee. But if you do, like you said, traveling outside the U.S., you use your card, certain banks have a certain percentage. You know, we'll charge you 3%, or some say 4%.
That makes sense.
It's crazy, huh?
Banks are a little crazy when I think about it. Like, honestly, if I could be without a bank and still get all my money, you could tax me, just don't. I don't need a bank. I would prefer that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like with banks, you're more susceptible to getting hacked or something fraudulent.
Well, I feel like we put our information, you go to the doctor and you're giving a random stranger your social, all this stuff. You never know what that person behind the counter is doing with that information that's on your sheet.
But I feel like that's the problem is so many places require your social. So it's like, what do you do? And I know nowadays they have apps and stuff you can purchase that allows you to have like a security. So like if something does get brought up, then they're like, oh wait, this red flag. But it sucks because Verizon, I got hacked by somebody in New Jersey. And they try to purchase like 3 or 4 cell phones under like random people's names, obviously.
Yeah.
And they caught it, I caught it. And I was like, whoa, what's this? My bill was like $700. And I was like, whoa, what's this? And they were like, oh, I'm so sorry. Somebody got into your stuff. And I'm like, well, what did they get? Because I feel like you can't just purchase phones. So now, like, say you wanted to upgrade. I'd have to go through fraud. They have to verify me. Now it's just a hassle. And it's not even my fault.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this sucks.
Well, it's just like 2-3 years ago. I can't remember if it's Equifax or Experian, but they got hacked. Like everybody's information was compromised. So, I always recommend getting like some type of identity theft because, like you said, they'll monitor it, they'll keep track of it, or even, most people don't know that you can check your credit report.
Oh, yeah.
You can do it once a year. Annualcreditreport.com, guys, just so you know. You can go there. It's free.
Plug.
Yeah, no, it's free. You can do it once a year for free and pull all your credit reports. So it's neat. I have the same month every year where I pull my credit because you never know. You might not have pulled out a credit card, but someone in New Jersey could have pulled out a credit card for you. So it's just neat to like see what's on there. And then too, it doesn't just say like your credit. It says where you've worked at, where you've lived. So you can check to see if there's people using your social for other things, for work purposes or purchasing homes, renting. You never know what people use your social for nowadays.
If they're using it for a job, they better give me a percentage of that shit. I'll be like, yo, we cool. You can use my shit for a job. Just give me like $200 a month, bro.
I don't know. I feel like there are so many thieves that they start with the banks. And it's just hard to trust the banks.
That's why the Asians is the smartest, dog.
The what? Asians?
I don't know if it's a true thing. It's kind of more.
I don't know. I know that there's banks in Asia and like.
I don't know if it's real. Like, how they say, like, Asians.
No, Asians are smart, bro.
They don't use banks and shit.
They're really smart. I don't know why.
I don't know why. They just have those good genes.
They
and stuff.
really do. They can look young forever, and they're really smart.
Are you Asian?
But they're not strong.
Am I Asian? A lot of people have asked me that. No, I'm just really chin-eyed.
Okay.
Especially when I laugh or smile, like my eyes close. I'm like, sorry.
Because you're the smart one out of the group, so if you're the smart one and I'm not Asian and you're not Asian, then my kid's probably going to be, lower end of this spectrum. I'm just kidding.
Are we talking kids already?
No.
Wait. Breaking news, 2020.
2020, dog.
I don't know if you saw my post, but my goal for 2020 is to not get pregnant.
Oh, that's a good goal. I'm trying to get someone pregnant. Just kidding. No, I'm not. Just kidding. I'm asexual. I'm just saying. For all you ladies out there, breaking news.
You know what asexual is?
Like, you're not.
I have no desire to have sex.
I know, I had to tell Billy.
Just like, cool.
Billy asked me, what's your brother up to? I was like, oh, don't worry about it. He's asexual.
He's there.
He's like, what's that? I was like, oh, he's celibate. And he's like, oh, really?
It's not necessarily celibate. It's just I have no desire to have any type of interactions when it comes to intercourse. So it's just like doing me right now.
Me too.
Sometimes you go through those phases.
Yeah, I'm just like, cool, I'm good.
It's a lifestyle. He's not going to do it till marriage.
Maybe. What if I never get married? I'm never gonna have sex again.
That sucks.
At least I'm not a virgin. Okay, so you said Wells Fargo does like charity work, kind of?
We do a lot of volunteer work.
Okay, so explain.
So that's probably actually one of my favorite things about my job, that we get to do volunteer work. So certain things we've done is community kitchen. It's really nice. We go help prepare the food. I think there's anywhere from like 100 to 200 people that go a day, and we get to serve them. Cook it, serve them, clean up. It's really humbling, because you see people who that's their only meal for the day, and
right.
It's just crazy. And
so
then,
this is an everyday occurrence?
So Wells Fargo, we don't go every day to the community kitchen.
Okay.
We have like a schedule that we've kind of just worked out with them, where I can't remember if it's like Thursday. I don't know. There's a calendar that if we want to volunteer that day, we just let our manager know.
Okay.
Like, hey, I know that community kitchen's coming up. Can I go? Or we've done things like going to schools or the daycares and reading to the kids. We partnered up with, I think it's Scholastics, and they give us 10 books per class, and we get to go read to those kiddos, hang out with them for a little bit, and then donate books to their class. It's really neat because I'll see kiddos that I don't even remember their face, but they'll see me in the store and they're like, you were in my classroom, hi. So it's just really cool because like you really make an impact on them. They like to have people go out and just hang out with them. 2, it gets them out of doing whatever schoolwork they had. So
That
I'm
is
sure
true.
they're not mad about
That's
that.
probably why they remembered you.
Same thing.
I'm just kidding.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Really though, that kind of is like how the middle school is. You know, there's a lot of kids who middle school age, high school, elementary school, we've gone out, bankers, tellers, and we get to teach them hands-on banking. Meaning, where does money come from? What is a bank? How is money created? How do you save money? How do you budget your money? What is credit? How do you build your credit? We even have, if you want to be an entrepreneur, hands-on banking has lessons on that. You're getting ready to retire. Okay, cool. So here's what you need to consider before retirement. So it's just really neat because it teaches me a lot, but also a lot of these students, like, I remember graduating and not knowing what credit really was. Like, I heard it, you know, but I'm like, what is credit?
That's how we met, bro. She was teaching one of my classes.
Okay.
That is not.
Then how old are you?
38.
Well, I asked my kid the other day and he told me I was like 40 something. And I'm like,
Dang, how
ouch.
old is your kid?
6.
Oh,
I was like,
Smart kid.
ouch. Oh my gosh. I need to keep him away from him because he is a little smarty pants and you egg it on.
that's cool.
He picks up on your habits. Just
He'd
kidding.
be like, okay, really, buddy?
He'll be saying things that he says and I'm like,
That's how kids are. They
Yeah.
they're sponges.
that's true.
So anything you do in front of them, they're gonna just feed off of it.
That's a lot.
That's
I
kind
feel
of the
like
way they are.
I curse a lot, so I don't.
You might curse soon.
I feel like he picks up on all my bad habits. Like,
Well, yeah,
I'm like-
because once you do something bad in front of a kid and you're like, don't do that, what's the immediate thing they're going to want to do?
I want to do that.
Exactly.
That's true.
That's just how kids are. They're
That's
just,
true.
anytime, that's why you play reverse psychology with them. They're like, oh, I love, or I don't know how you would do it with food. I never was able to convince the kids to eat good.
Yeah, my son's a good eater, so I don't really have to do much convincing. It's more like when I don't want to share with him, I used to be like, no, it's hot. But I remember one time he was like eating ice cream. I was like, let me have a bite of your ice cream. He's like, no, Mom, it's spicy. It's spicy. I'm
He
like,
is smart.
I'm like,
He's a
fool,
genius,
it
bro.
is ice cream. That is not spicy.
That's too funny.
Or like taking a drink out of, like, if I make him something or take a bite. Oh, I'm just making sure that it's like it's good. It's not poisonous, you know. I catch him doing that, like picking off my plate, just making sure there's no poison in it, Mom. I'm like, well,
Oh,
thanks.
thanks.
Thanks,
buddy.
You just ruined it. Now, back to how you mentioned when you got out of high school, like you knew what credit was, but you didn't understand it. A buddy and I were talking the other day, and we kind of were talking about the schooling.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like, nowadays they're trying to develop, like, the curriculums to allow kids to get into maybe their career a little sooner rather than just learning your basic English and whatever. But I also thought, like, one way to develop kids to understand the real world is to give them real world education. Like, think about it. We don't learn what stress is. That's something we don't learn as a kid. Like, we don't know what stress is because, one, we don't pay bills. We don't have to work. We don't have to put groceries in the fridge. None of those your car doesn't need new tires because you don't have a car. So all these real, like, stressful things, if we were to, like, somehow educate kids understanding, hey, in real life, there's going to be things like you might lose a family member, a close family member, or something along those lines. This is how you deal with it. You can talk to somebody. You can write in a journal. You can, all these things. Also, other things like dealing with depression, anxiety, finances. College ain't for everybody. So understanding that you got to get into work, build a 401k.
Teach about child support.
Yeah, but like pregnancy to a higher elevation, like, yeah, have safe sex, but also be smart. If you go and have a kid, these are like, you know, whenever I was younger and I got like an MIP, I had to take what was called the Aspen class. And they teach you how to, like, oh, this person went to jail on this date, and and then 5 years later they went to jail again. They're on heroin. This is what they look like. Well, also, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody, but like tell them, hey, this person had a kid at 15 because they weren't having protected sex. Mm-hmm. So now look, like they're struggling. Like it happens.
It's true.
It's not like it doesn't happen. And I just feel like helping the kids understand real life would benefit the economy as a whole.
Yeah, because like you said the other day, no motherfuckers using trig out in the real world for no fucking reason.
No.
They're not using basic fucking history for any fucking reason. I'm not saying history's not important. It's just like, come on.
But you could
George Washington was the president when? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, like Johnny Appleseed, I don't care.
Yeah, some shit like that.
It's just, I think teaching kids, like, you're not alone is a good thing. Because, yeah, parents do their part, but if you, once you feed somebody something, and then you constantly are being fed that, like you become, like you said, you do something in front of your child, and then like say you like do it again, then he starts picking up the habit. Yeah. Like you said, what does he say?
Okay, really, buddy?
Yeah. If you keep saying that, he's gonna pick it up. Now, if he's learning how to deal with like being sad, because they're not probably depressed, but maybe they're sad. You know? So, oh, I didn't get this, or I didn't get to do this, or blah blah blah, or whatever. Well, if you teach them, then later on they're going to understand, okay, I'm sad right now. It's okay to cry. Mm-hmm. It's okay to talk to my parents. It's okay to talk to the counselor. It's okay.
Yeah. No, that's for sure. Like, my son's 6, and, you know, like you said, he gets sad sometimes. I wouldn't say it's depression, but he has an uncle, pretty much an uncle, who passed away a couple of years ago. Okay. And it hits him really hard sometimes. Like, we'll be driving, and he'll just start crying, you know, and it's like you said, it's important to teach them, you know, it's okay to cry, talk to me about how you feel, because bottling things up is not good for anybody. So the sooner we realize, or he realizes, you know, it's okay to feel things, I think that's the best. Because when I was little, I would never want to talk to my parents about my problems. I would put myself in my room and just like blare music, you know.
Right.
And I wish I would have like talked to them more, because our parents are wise. Like, I know we don't think that, but they've lived this life. They know.
Not all of them.
For the most part.
But that's what I'm saying is they've at least experienced stuff. Maybe not exactly similar to our own, but they know. Mm-hmm. And I think that's something that it's not very, I don't feel like any teacher ever was like, hey, listen to your parents. Yeah. Like, they understand. Like, nobody said that. Like, that wasn't a thing that was spoke about, and
I can't really talk about school. I don't really remember it very well.
But I'm just saying, even then, it's just something that's not spoken of.
Yeah.
And it sucks because it's like, well, like I said, we don't know how to deal with stress coming out of high school. You're just, like, even in high school, there's a sense of being stressed, like, whether it's trying to be popular or trying to get straight A's and get accepted to college and trying to do this or do that. Like, there's stress even there, and we're not being taught how to deal with it. They're just basically saying, you need to get good grades so you graduate and go live a life. Like, that's not helping no one.
I'm so glad I didn't stress about that, getting good grades.
But there's other stuff, like even more so, I think nowadays, like, I feel like people are so judgmental that, like, even people, like, being gay and stuff is, like, not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
So now those people are probably feeling stressed, like, I need to get a boyfriend or I need to get a girlfriend because then they're going to find out I'm gay or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's stressful. Rather than just maybe talking to someone and being able to open up and saying, okay, this is how we deal with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast. I can't remember which one
it was.
I can't remember which one it was because I love podcasts, but it was probably that one. No, but they were talking about how it was like about a serial killer, and he was early on, he knew he was gay, but his family didn't, like, they weren't accepting of it. Okay. So they talked about exactly how you said, like, all those bad things that they are trying to not hear from, like, outside, they internalize it. So that they were talking about in that podcast, how that could have been kind of like a trigger for him, because he would kill like men and then do gross things with their bodies when they're done. I'm not really going into those details, but they.
What do you used to do? Just kidding.
They could paint the picture.
But they were talking about how him being gay and not being able to like be open about it is probably something that he internalized and like felt that way about himself. So of course, when you don't feel good about yourself on the inside, you're gonna do some terrible things.
See, and even to that point too, I feel like, okay, we kind of like, in today's society, I feel like the whole shootings is becoming a norm.
Mm-hmm.
So like when we used to hear about it like 5-6 years ago, we used to be like, oh my gosh, that really happened? I can't believe someone would do that. But nowadays, it's like so normal, it's almost expected. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in order to prevent more situations like that, either carrying open carry or being concealed, either one should be something that people should consider, because it's at least you're giving yourself an opportunity to live and possibly others to live as well.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's this whole thing going on where they're wanting to, some people, politicians, want to remove firearms altogether. And then you have the other people that are deciding like, well, firearms are necessary, okay, whatever. Well, honestly, like, it's not the firearm that kills people, it's the people with the firearms.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were to also include that into youth generation education, then we could show them, like, this is what a firearm is. Don't be scared of a firearm. Because there's so many people that are, like, grown, even my age, that's never even dealt with the firearm. They don't understand a firearm, they don't know how to hold a firearm. But if they were young...
Just at me, bro.
You've never held a gun?
I don't like guns.
But see, that's the thing. They're not bad if you're properly taught how to utilize them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, an AR-15, you really don't need that.
That's my favorite gun to shoot, though.
It is fun.
It's fun.
It's fun, but it's a waste of money. Ammunition ain't cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It really is not ideal for anything. It's not like you can go kill a deer. Like, you could, but it's like, you'd rather have an actual rifle. But it's like, if I were taught, like, let's say, I don't know, whenever they start your youth stuff, imagine if we were starting to learn already, like, okay, these are guns.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad about them. This is how you do this. Hold it, shoot it, targeting. You never put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to shoot. Like, having the safety on. Like, this is a different caliber. If you were taught that, I don't think people would really fear a firearm.
No, I think that's true, because like when I grew up, my parents never had guns.
Mm-hmm.
I think my dad's probably only had 1 or 2 guns his whole life. But my son's opposite. Like, he has been around guns, but he knows, you don't play with guns. He knows, they're for adults. They're for when we go out shooting and target practicing or hunting, And he is so, like, comfortable where... Me, at his age, I'd have been like how Ben says he is. Like, no, I don't want it. I don't want that around me. I don't want that around me. But
right.
I think it's true, The more that you show someone and teach them the right things, it's only going to lead to positive. Because why not teach these kids safety about it? Just like, wasn't there a kid who took a gun to one of the schools a couple weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's just crazy to me. Like, he
was 8 years old taking it for show and tell.
He probably doesn't really comprehend, like, the damage that gun can do.
Right.
And that's probably, something his parents should have taught him, or maybe they did, and he just...
See, even if I had kids, I would like to... Like, this is how I would kind of parent. Obviously, I'd have to work out the kinks. But I wouldn't mind, like, obviously, for one, it would never be loaded, and for two, I would never have a mag in the chamber or in the gun itself.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. But I should be able to leave my gun there, and my kids should be able to roam around freely. And if they want to see the gun or hold the gun or whatever, come ask me, and I'll be more than willing to help you. Like, let's hold it. I'm going to show you. You want to see it? It's not a toy, but it is something that it's a tool.
Mm-hmm.
And like a hammer is a tool, a screwdriver is a tool. This is a tool. This is, in order to protect yourself, this is how you use it. There's nothing wrong with that.
You know what that shit reminds me of? I don't know if you ever seen that viral video. This is black dude with dreads, has like kinds of face tats, and like blindfolds his kids, and like hands them like an unloaded gun, and it's like she's like touching it. Oh, Glock 9. Oh, 22. Oh, she knows all the guns and like how to load them, unload them, how to shoot them. She's like 7, 8 maybe. Pretty sick.
That's what's
That
up.
is cool.
I just, like I said, with all the, and I'm not trying to undermine like the devastation when it comes to shooting and all the killing that's going on, but in the back of my mind, I keep thinking, I understand this sucks, but it's becoming normal. You're not safe at church. You're not safe at the stores. You're not safe at the movies. You're not safe at concerts. You're simply just really not safe.
The only place you're safe is a police station.
Even then, I'm not sure, because I'm not saying they're all crooked, but police officers have their ways. Like, they feel, they got that old school mentality that they feel like force is the way to go.
It's all Epstein did not hang himself.
It's conspiracy. But I just feel like there's not really many places.
That's some conspiracy shit.
There's just so many places that you're vulnerable that if you're prepared, like they say, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah. Well, it's just like that church shooting that happened. You know, that could have very well turned into a huge
massacre.
Mass shooting, yes. But someone was caring. They knew how to use that gun very well, and being sorry that, you know, that person had passed away, but I mean, you kind of walked in.
Yeah, because even I think it was the pastor got on video and was like, yes, this is the tragedy, but because of so-and-so, this could have been worse.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, we're going to mourn, but at the same time, we are celebrating the fact that this individual understood his rights, utilized them properly, and took care of a very, very bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, that's exactly what I expect, because it's like, come on, man. We live in today's society is just so corrupt that you're just not safe.
No, really though. Last night, me and my son went to a movie, and every time I go to a movie, everything that pops up, every time I go, it always pops in my head. Like, what are we gonna do if someone starts shooting? Like, how am I gonna make sure that he's good? It's always like a thought that just runs through my mind real quick, just because, you know.
And that's sad that that's what it's come to, but at least you're thinking of it.
Yeah.
Because it's where you're like, it's weird because it doesn't even matter. Like,
I guess I'm just naive. I don't ever really think like that. I'm just like, movie, I never thought about it. Like, oh, if somebody comes in.
I don't think about it either, but I'm also prepared.
I'm just always just
I'm like, well.
I be falling asleep in movies. So if they kill me, I'm asleep. So.
I don't know.
Why would you pay money just to fall asleep in a movie?
It's the best place to fall asleep, okay?
I mean, you pick some boring movies, so I can understand that.
It was one movie. It was a fluke, okay?
What is one movie he picked that was boring?
It was only one movie I'd ever picked in my whole life.
Okay, so he picked one movie.
So it was, what was it? Uncut Gem.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, halfway through it, I was like,
was that the recent movie that just came out?
We just saw it, when was it? Last Friday? I think it was Friday. Yeah, I wanted to go watch, I always say this wrong.
So
Jumanji.
you're basically giving it a review and it sucks.
Yeah, I wanted to go watch Jumanji, however you say that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good movie. Go watch it.
You already watched it?
Yes, I watched that last night. But he's like, nah, I hear it wasn't good. Let's go watch this movie. It has Adam Sandler. So I'm like, okay, Adam Sandler's funny. I like to laugh. Let's go. Heck no. Halfway through, I'm all, let's just go home. Let's just go home.
Good, bro.
It was not good.
Kevin Garnett had the best acting in the whole thing.
Garnett was in that movie?
I don't know.
He was his co-star.
I'll be honest, I don't go to the movies.
I love them.
I'd rather be home and watch a movie and be able to pause to go to the restroom, be able to get all the snacks I want, lay up on my couch and chill. Like, I don't know, that to me is one less, maybe I'm being cheap. Maybe
less expensive?
Yeah, like it's just, I don't know. I mean, the movies aren't bad, it's just...
I mean, you ain't never heard of sneaking some snacks in? Well, you don't got a purse, so it's a little harder.
I was gonna say, what am I gonna do? Just sneak a pickle in?
Like, yesterday, me and my son went to the movies, and he's like, Mom.
Where are you gonna have the pickle, dog?
Exactly. Like, now I got a fanny pack, but still, I'm not...
You're not gonna...
They check my fanny pack every time I go, dog.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
I just, like, candy there is expensive. Like, yeah, I'm not saying I'm super cheap. Like, if I have a date, like, I'm not gonna offer to go to the movies and pay for everything. Like, that's cool. But once that date's over and we're comfortable, it's like, hey, let's just go watch a movie in my house. Everything? I do every time.
I don't let him do that. If he pays, I'm like, let me leave the tip. Or
that's fair, but see, that's compromising.
Yeah.
Typically, if I barely like hanging out with a chick, like it's on me. That's cool. Like, don't order a salad either because I'm not wasting $10 on a salad. Like, at least burger, a steak. I don't care. Nothing's off limits. Just if I'm gonna judge you based on what you order too. If you're ordering me a salad and I know for a fact that I've seen your snap or something, you're not ordering salads, I'm gonna be like, you're being fake right now. Yeah. And I'll say it right then and there.
Heck no, I mean, I don't order a salad, but also a steak and this. Yeah, like, I love to eat.
Enjoy food. Like, that's what it's there for.
Yeah, I don't know. I just am weird. I have like this weird thing. Like, I don't want people to feel like I owe them anything. I don't know. It's just how I am. I don't know. So, even when I go, even like, I mean, I haven't been on a first date in a long time, but even like on first dates, you know, I'm like, oh, you got it, let me get the tip. I mean,
oh, first date. Where you going?
You bring me back something.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of this one time on Twitter. I posted like, dang, school's expensive, sugar daddy, where you at, right? And I had like people in my inbox. And he was like, do it, give me some Jordans.
I'm trying to get some off-white, dog.
Oh my gosh. And he's like, and if he wants to send you out anywhere, tell him you need 2 tickets because you're going to take a friend. I'm like,
this is in the back, bro.
He's all trying to pimp out his girlfriend.
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I don't know. I would have tried to, probably. Nah, it's just, I don't know. Like, when it comes to that kind of, I guess I'm just a little old-fashioned. And that's kind of how I was brought up. It's like, the guy does the things. Like, he just pays the bill.
And the women cook.
But, like, I'm cool with the whole compromise. Like you said, if I paid this time and you left the tip, I'll leave the tip, you pay this time. I'm okay with that. Because it's just kind of back and forth. We're paying each other's back. But if it's just, like the first time and she's trying to pay, I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Nah, like, that's off limits. You're not.
She tried this, bro. It's the first time. We went to, what's the one right there off 2nd Street? Fucking Pasta Cafe, is that what it is?
No.
Portofino's.
Oh, well, she's like, hey, meet me at Portofino's, we're gonna eat. I'm like, alright, cool. So I get there, we're eating. She's like, I'll pay. Little did I know she was scamming,
I was not scamming. My debit card was like thrown in my purse, and I was like panicking because I just see him and like the the cashier, like just staring at me. So I'm like, oh my god, I can't find it. He's like, I'll pay. I was like, fine, go pay. And then as soon as he pays, I'm like, found my card.
Yeah, it was a plot, bro.
It was not a plot. It was not a plot.
I've never had any situation. Like, usually it's just, I feel like it's, I don't know, it's just like an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I even have to say I'm paying. Like, when the server comes, I just take the initiative, be like, hey, we're ready for our ticket. And then they'll bring the ticket, I slide the card. Before they even walk away, like, they give it, I don't even care, just here's my card, here you go, go take care of your business, bring it back.
I guess that's like how usually it is, but catch me, like, as soon as I know we're about done to eat, I'm like, getting my wallet out that way, just in case I want to leave the tip.
I'm just that enforcer.
I don't know.
See, I'm not. I'm just like, hey, go for it, girl. Leave that shit. Pay for it. It's good.
I don't know. It just depends. I haven't been on a date in a minute.
Me neither. We're still trying on a date.
Anyways, okay, so you told us your goals. Hope you achieve them all.
What are your goals?
Oh, shit. Oh, you wrote them down?
I have them on my phone right here.
I gotta write mine.
Yeah, what are yours,
See, I made me a wallpaper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so my first goal is to build my relationship with God, which I've already started the process, but I want to get a better, stronger relationship. 2, I want to get baptized, but like people are like, oh, that's easy. But to me, getting baptized isn't necessarily just like doing it just to do it. Like I really, really want to make sure I'm right with everything before I just do it. Like
Yeah,
that's
like your heart's in the right place with it.
Yeah, like I feel like it's very important to me.
Does like a pastor or anybody have to do it?
Yeah, like it's gotta be everything. But I've never been baptized in my entire life.
I've been baptized. I can baptize you.
I was baptized as a baby, and
I've
then
never been.
as when I got older.
I was like
too.
14.
Which I'm also glad I've never been because I feel like it's an important thing to do where you got to understand what it is you're doing.
Agreed.
Like, I'm not just doing it because I'm 14 and don't know what I'm really doing.
Agreed. I was probably like 14 when I got baptized.
I don't go to church, but I know what I was doing.
See, like I know I'm on the right path, but I know there's more to do. Like there's a lot more to do, and
When I went to church, I listened. And
I just feel like God knows that we're work in progresses, and like there's always going to be something that He's working on us with.
Exactly.
You know? Like we're never going to be perfect because we're not perfect.
That's true. My third goal is to read more. I don't read enough. I don't read at all. Period. Unless it's something on my phone, but I want to get away from this.
Mm-hmm.
And
you don't like ebooks?
No, I want physical books to read. I want to read more. Obviously, physical work. Like I want to be in better shape, and I want to eat super clean. Like not just eat better, but clean. Like I want to eat like
How many goals you got?
I got 7.
Okay, that's good.
Spend more time with my family. I started that this past year, but I really want to continue on that course. And then my last goal is to quit cursing.
That's a hard one.
That's a very hard one, especially for me. It seems like I really want to just stop altogether.
I cuss a lot, so that would be like I couldn't talk.
That's how I felt the last day. I've slipped. I can't lie. Even on the podcast just now, I said not but the A word.
Yeah.
You said ass?
Yeah.
Good.
Like it's not easy, but I know I can do it. I just
You know we're like the polar opposites, right?
What do you mean?
Like, you don't drink, I drink. You go to church, I don't go to church. Like, we're just on a...
Well, that's what makes a good
We're
podcast.
just on toes.
That's how we're number 1 in New Mexico.
That's what I tell people.
The number 1 podcast in New Mexico. Facts. Check it.
Check it.
Check it.
If
No, I
it's
think
not facts, let me know.
I think that's good that you mentioned church because that's something too that I've been really wanting to get back into. I used to like live at church, and I don't even maybe like 4 times this year I went. It's ridiculous.
And that was Christmas, Thanksgiving,
Actually, I didn't even go on Christmas. That's horrible because we do it with my family. So
Right. No, it's just like there's other goals I have, but it's just more of like they're not as
You have a lot of
important.
spiritual goals.
I think that's where I'm leaning in life, man.
That's what it looks like.
That's like seriously where I'm going with my life. I think that's just where I want to be. I enjoy where I'm going, and I
want to be...
I'm riding that wave, man.
2020, I'm trying to be a spokesman for some beer company. That's my goal.
Hey,
That's my goal, right
At
there.
least it's a goal. I'll give you that
That's
much.
one
finally
goal.
a goal. It
One
took
goal.
me 6
You're gonna
days
have to
come
write
up
it
with
down.
Oh, if I write it down...
If you write it down, you're more likely to achieve it.
That's true. I always
But
think
if you
when you
speak it into existence, then it's going to happen.
yeah, but you got to do it every day.
I'm going to yell it to the heavens. I'm going to be on Twitter, buddy. Need a beer sponsor.
When I have goals, I like to like get sticky notes and I put them like
On your
all
phone?
over the place. No,
Right.
there's been times where there's sticky notes in my car, my mirrors, like everywhere.
Yeah.
Because it's just like in my face, like, hey girl, you said you're gonna do this. Don't like do it. Just gotta do it.
I agree. Like that's kind of the way it works. Is the more you see it, then I feel like you constantly. It's a reminder.
I also was thinking today, I want to get a car. I want to purchase a car.
And
I've never purchased a car, so
Yeah.
that's my goal for 2020.
takes $100 to start a secure credit card with Capital One.
Looks like
She's
it's
the
something.
bank teller.
I'm just saying,
So,
take you
Shit.
7-8 months and you'll be like decent enough. Maybe a year. That way you get like
I
better
am in
interest.
2020, so I'm about to just starts like
It
a
wastes
drug.
no time.
I don't care if it's a $5,000 car. I just want to buy a car.
Well,
Any car.
I'm sure it's
You could pay off my car and then you bought a car. No.
no.
He's all no.
He's like no.
No.
Okay, so on this note, we're gonna end this podcast on this note. You have a son. In 15 years, he's gonna be 21,
Hey, hello.
and he's gonna watch his mama on the #1 podcast in the world. And I want you to give him some advice.
Dang, I should have been expecting this, so I had something like thinking.
It's gonna be good
Let's see.
regardless.
So,
Maybe.
what would I tell my kiddo? Dang. There's a lot I would tell him. Honestly, I would just make sure to tell him, like I tell him to this day, you know, it doesn't matter if you're not good or great at something, or if you're, you know, not the best, but as long as you're giving your all at whatever you do, like, that's all that anyone could ever ask for. Because, I mean, we're never good at anything when we first start. He plays sports, and he gets so discouraged sometimes because he's not good. And I'm like, but think about how you were not good at football when you first started, and now, like, you're getting flags, you're doing this. So just always make sure you're putting 100%, because you'll never fail. You'll never fail. Even if you're not good at it, at least you learned something about yourself or about that process during that. So I think just, you know, try. Don't give up. Just try always.
That's good advice. I mean, that's what everybody should do. You should try. Give it all you got. If it doesn't work out, that's cool. There's other things you can move on to.
Yeah, like, I always feel like failure is not really a failure because, like, 1, you've learned something about yourself. 2, you learned millions of ways not to do that one thing you're trying to do. And then 3, you've learned, okay, that's not for me, so there's something else out there that is for me.
Yep, they are all failures are lessons. They're not, like you said, they're not discouraging. I always take my failures and I run with them. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm good with it. Like, I learned from it. Now, let's not make that mistake again. Mm-hmm. Or let's do something different. So, good advice. On that note, hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. Hope you guys are having a blessed day. And if you're not, I hope you have a blessed day. Till next time, Beard Bros out. Peace.